Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
And it's all about more flooding concerns. What a night it was. The skies opened up, the rain poured down for hours, and it created a lot of flooding. As you see here, rescues going on, areas underwater, and we've had as much as 2 to 3.5 inches in places like Dearborn, Ypsilanti in a short amount of time. We've got the video to show you, and more rain, Karen, on the way.
Very busy noon. Thank you, Brandon. You're looking live at some of the flooding damage from Sky 4. It has been a tumultuous few hours with no relief in sight as more wet weather is on its way. Here's a more expansive look at some of the damage and the rescues underway. This is video from Dearborn Heights, Romulus, and the Lincoln Park Detroit border. This flooding clearly impacting various communities all across Metro Detroit. And the weather alert tops our show here at noon. You're looking at more video from Dearborn Heights, where people are having difficulty coping with all that rain, and there is more on tap. Sean Lay live with the very latest. Sean, walk us through what it's like on the ground.
Oh, Karen, you can see what it's like on the ground. Curry and Telegraph right here, this neighborhood right here at Curry, and all around me just underwater, and the water from the Ecorse Creek continues to pour this way into these neighborhoods. Let me show you what's going on here. Dearborn Heights Fire, look over my shoulder and down the block. They are going door to door, rescuing people who want to get out of their homes when the water is still coming in. Some people are saying no thanks, but plenty of people have taken them up on getting in those boats and coming out. There are some children down there, some elderly folks down there as well. All hands on deck for Dearborn Heights Fire. Every crew member they can get in here, they're in boats and they're going door to door in this neighborhood. Other folks have been watching outside their windows all this as it completely unfolds here. And again, the water continues to rise, impacting so many lives right here. Dramatic rescues unfolding at this noon hour in this area of Dearborn Heights. Firefighters using boats to get people out of their homes.
It's all the way up to my steps, and it's coming in. So,
you couldn't get out. What did you think when the fire department showed up?
thank God for favors and help.
And get them to safety as water continues to pour into homes here from a flooded Ecorse Creek.
Right now the roads are impassable, and it's never a good idea to drive into a puddle. You don't know if there's something deeper underneath there or not, and we've had a lot of cars getting stranded in these puddles.
Dearborn Heights calling for a state of emergency, impacting so many here right now. Back here live in Dearborn Heights, fire crews continuing down Curry, going house by house, person by person, getting people in those boats and taking them out. A couple of things Dearborn Heights wants us to pass along. If you're in need of emergency assistance or evacuation, call 911. Be patient. The lines are flooded here. The crews will get to you. Dearborn Heights, they have a shelter open at the Justice Center. That's on Beach Daly and Michigan Avenue. So we had just had a crew there. No one is there quite yet. That could be good news, but there is a shelter if you need it. Dearborn Heights Justice Center as well. The city's also saying document everything. So many basements here, so many tiers here, guys. We have encountered so many families that said, we just went through this 5 years ago, rebuilt everything, and this is just, we've had people break down right in front of our cameras. That's the latest right here. Also, big hurt down in lots of water and lots of people impacted in the Downriver communities. Nick Monticelli is there showing us what that looks like right now.
Good afternoon. I cannot stress just how much the impact of all this rain is having on this downriver community. Yes, Dearborn Heights is devastated with property and homes and basements, but it's happening here just on a much more spread out level. I want to show you, this is Outer Drive near Fairlane. This traffic has been like this for hours and can continue this way because almost every intersection near I-94 and I-75 at Outer Drive, at Fort, and many others are shut down because the water is going underneath of the overpasses, and this is one of those examples. Now, we have many other things that we want to show you. First of all is just how bad some basements are in this area. This is a woman's home in the Inkster area. You can see the water there is nearly 4 feet high. She cannot even walk into her basement. It is that bad. Another woman, almost on the flip side of things, it's the little nuances for her. She has got about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of water in her basement. Not a whole lot, but it has destroyed electronics, computers, records for her husband's business, the types of things that are real problems. And then take a look at this, a smart bus that got stuck at Outer Drive near Bassett, near the line of Lincoln Park, Detroit, and Ecorse. It took some heavy equipment and more than an hour for them to get this smart bus out of there. All 8 passengers on board were rescued by the Detroit Fire Department. The driver of that bus stayed on board, but it took, again, a very long time to get the driver stuck out of the mud and moved out. So again, the impacts are so widespread, especially in this Downriver community, because a lot of this is kind of sunken in. Again, those underpasses or the areas underneath the overpasses, that's where a lot of the problems are. And again, so many intersections are shut down that this area is nearly gridlock. We are downriver. I'm Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
All right, Nick, now let's get straight to Brandon, who's tracking more trouble.
And the potential for some strong to severe weather. The good news is a large chunk of today and tomorrow will be on the drier side, but the new area of concern, basically 8 miles south, under a marginal risk for severe weather through the mid-afternoon and early evening as a shot of warm air comes up from the south. Look at these numbers, 66 Adrian, 65 in Monroe, right where that warm front is. The rest of us mainly approaching 60 degrees, an improvement temperature-wise. It does help a little bit with some relief from that flooding. The winds are going to start cranking up as well, making things even warmer. And as we warm, we get a little unstable. So after 2 p.m., especially in those areas 8 miles south, eyes to the skies, we could get some damaging wind. Certainly a couple of heavy downpours, including downriver and Ypsilanti, some of the areas that saw some of the heavier rain. And those winds coming off the big lakes also creating lakeshore flood advisories for the rest of the afternoon. Karen, we'll take a closer look at the radar and what to expect with a big batch of moisture coming in the forecast tomorrow. We'll time it out.
All right, we'll check back with you in a little bit, Brandon. Meantime, U.S. Attorney General William Barr on the Capitol Hill hot seat today. He's facing questions from lawmakers about his summary of the Mueller report on Russia and the 2016 election. Some in Congress feel Barr took steps to mislead the public in how he presented the report to the public. Craig Boswell breaks down a very tense morning in our nation's capital.
Attorney General William Barr facing lawmakers for the first time since the release of Robert Mueller's Russia report. It comes amid a heightened level of scrutiny from Democrats after reports of a rift between Mueller and Barr over his summary of the report.
So given the limited nature of redactions, I believe that the publicly released report will allow every American to understand the results of the special counsel's work.
Barr says he's done his job, receiving and releasing a redacted version of Mueller's 440-page-plus report. Republicans say it's time to move on.
Mr. Mueller left it to Mr. Barr to decide after 2 years and all this time. He said, Mr. Barr, you decide. Mr. Barr did. For me, it is over.
Senate Democrats say otherwise and accuse the Attorney General of misleading both Congress and the public and showing favor to President Trump.
Contrary to the declarations of the total and complete exoneration, the special counsel's report contained substantial evidence of misconduct.
Democrats want to know why Barr concluded President Trump did not obstruct justice when Mueller did not make a definitive decision. Disagreement between Barr and Mueller is now front and center. Mueller reportedly wrote a letter to his boss 3 days after the release saying he mischaracterized his findings. President Trump's own attorney says if Mueller didn't want confusion, he should have made a decision. He was made special counsel to make decisions, and the fact he didn't says to me that Trump was innocent. Now Democrats want to see that entire letter from Mueller to Barr, in addition to the entire unredacted Mueller report.
This could be the only time lawmakers see the Attorney General. He may refuse to testify tomorrow before the House because of a format disagreement. In Washington, Craig Boswell, NBC News.
All right, thank you, Greg. Meantime, back here at home, Macomb County Prosecutor Eric Smith will be updating the Karen Springer investigation. The press conference will be held at 2 this afternoon. Now, we last updated the Springer saga back in March when the Warren Police Commissioner asked the former Macomb County clerk to come to the station for questioning. Police wanted to talk to her about an elder abuse case from last month. The commissioner said it was hard to find her, and he believed that she was homeless and living in motels since being forced out of office. No word on if Springer went to the station. We will be live at that press conference and update you on Local 4 News first at 4. New at noon, a judge just sentenced a Detroit police corporal convicted of assaulting a woman in a hospital to 1 year probation and 6 weeks of anger management counseling. Last month, a jury convicted Corporal Dwayne Jones of misdemeanor assault and battery. He was charged after he was seen on video last year repeatedly punching a woman inside Detroit's receiving hospital. Still to come on this noon. But first, 3 people are still in critical condition following a shooting on the campus of UNC Charlotte. Next, what we're now learning about the suspected shooter. And we continue to follow the weather alert. Breaking news, you're looking live at images from Dearborn Heights, where the fire department is going door to door rescuing people from the water. The city of Dearborn Heights now seeking an emergency declaration due to this flooding. We've got you covered on the ground and in the air. Stick with Local 4 and click on Detroit for comprehensive weather coverage. It continues to change hour by hour. Brandon is also tracking more wet weather on its way. Stay close.